Craig's gonna go thumbs up, hands in my armpits, and he's gonna stand. Yep, exactly like could have done without the sweat in my eye, but other than that, Craig did a great job. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep my guard locked until I can get my underhook. And I hope that you guys can see where we're going from here. I'm going X guard on this side. Now I undo the guard, my legs slide down, I'm gonna hook behind the knee. Now I hook on his hip, and I'm right into my X guard. Just like that. You can go either way because it's a neutral position from guard. My preference is to be here. And what I was saying to you guys that's really important is I have to have my head glued to his shin. Now from here, I'm gonna end up flaring my knees first of all, but I wanna shoot my legs out and try to drive him forward to get him off balance, and he's gonna put his hands on the mat. Yeah, this is great. Now from here, this one, we're gonna say Craig pops right back up. He pushes into the mat and comes right back up to standing. He wants to be here. When he's off balance with his hands on the mat, that's really bad for him. So I'm gonna time him and we're gonna go into our basic sweep. We're gonna end up knocking him over again, but all we're doing for this sweep, right now I'm in my X guard, all I do is slide this hook down. From hooked behind his knee to his ankle. And when he pops up, I'm gonna be pushing in with this foot, hooking here, pulling that out, and he's gonna go over. So again, starting in that X guard, shoot him out, get him off balance, go down for me so we can explain. Yeah, once we get here, he's not gonna like this. He's gonna pop right up. I hook, and we take him over. Now, as he goes over, come on over this way for me, right? As he goes over, I gotta take this foot that's on his hip and tuck that in. I like to keep this hooked just enough for me to come up. And by the way, we would not land like this. I would do this as he's going over because it's gonna be a lot more difficult for me to do this with no momentum. But I like to keep this hooked so that he can't use this to escape. When I tuck, now I come on up into a double underpass. If you wanna grab the belt, deadlift this guy, awesome. But what works best is when I'm coming up on this angle is I'm gonna drive in. You can either go thumb in to the collar and end up hitting that bread cutter, or this hand goes to his far shoulder. I'm stepped up. As I push in with this hand, I pull, sprawl, and we get past right to side control. Craig stands. Yep, as soon as we get here, you can go either side. My preference is to go this way. So I'm gonna keep my guard locked until I secure this underhook. And you see how I already swung my body in this direction? Now I can open the guard, swim this in. If you want, you can push on the knee to create some space, starting here, and now I get into that X guard. Remember, flare the knees, grabbing onto the thigh, pulling away from me, and my neck has to stay glued to his shin. I'm gonna shoot him out with my feet and bring him this way so that he puts his hands on the mat. And as soon as he does, he's gonna pop right up, and I'm gonna take him over, and that's really what we're looking for. Come up with him, because if you use his momentum, it's gonna be a lot easier. Now when I step up, if you wanna go thumb in, that's great. You can also use this as more of a pressure pass where I reach down and I grab onto the belt and I drive in heavy, sprawl, and if you want, you got that bread cutter right there.